Welcome back, everyone. As part of our team coverage of Joe Vitt's first media address, I welcome in Jim Miller, former Saints executive and full-time author. And let's start with this. Joe today was talking about a master plan that's already been put in for the first several games of the regular season, with Sean Payton's help, of course, in designing all that. How difficult is it to map things out or to script them, as we say in football?
Well, they have to script a basic framework, Fred, because it doesn't matter who you play, it's when you play them. So they're going to obviously individually script each game, but they need to have a framework on who does what when. The real luxury this year, they have a 5-game preseason, which is going to be a good dry run for them for the regular season. So they're veteran coaches. I heard Joe's press conference. I think he's right on the money, and I think that people should draw some satisfaction from that, comfort.
Yeah, and of course the draft's coming up this weekend. Mickey Loomis, the general manager, is going to be handling that. But without Payton in the picture now, can't communicate with him. How integral is the scouting staff going to be in helping him form his decisions?
Well, in a normal year, when you don't have any distractions, the scouting staff takes the lead during the draft. The scouting staff is the one that they'll line up the board, and obviously the coaches will be in there giving their input, but you're going to have offensive coaches touting offensive players, and you'll have defensive coaches pushing for defensive players, but the scouting staff really will rate the players because they have the global picture on how the quarterback, how much better this quarterback is than that offensive lineman. They will do that for the coaches, and then when you get into the draft room, you get down to a pick and 4 or 5 spots ahead of you, you'll have a bullpen, you'll have 3 or 4 players that, if they're available, which one do we want? Okay, somebody goes off, one of your guys goes off, then you go the scenario again, okay, now which one goes? Who do we want? Somebody else's pick, your guys are still there. Okay, do we still want? They just go over and over and over and over again, but it's a lot of preparation. That's what they're doing right now.
Now, once the games start, and I'm talking about preseason games and all 16 regular season games, this team is going to be under a microscope wherever they go and whoever they play. Do you think they're feeling any additional pressure because of that? You
know, Fred, I think the fans feel the pressure more than the players because the players are professional. The coaches are veterans. It's a veteran team as well, and that's a good thing. They've all been there, and I think these guys, if they're the professionals we all think and hope they are, they're going to take this as a challenge. Hey, everybody else is counting us out, but we're going to do this, and we're going to welcome Sean back next year, and maybe we'll have a big trophy to show him when he comes back.
The ESPN story saying that Mickey Loomis may have been eavesdropping on other teams. It's my opinion, and I've talked to other people around the league that say it's just not possible.
It's unbelievable. It's just what Joe Vitt said today. Things are happening too fast, and for anybody to believe that a snippet can be heard by a general manager or anybody else in that booth, interpreted first, communicated to the coach's booth, sent to the sidelines in a timely fashion to make a difference, that's beyond fantasy, and anybody suggesting that certainly has not been in that booth.
And oh, by the way, you'd have to know every team's verbiage.
Exactly right. That's what I was saying about interpreting it. You've got to interpret it because everybody uses different language, and believe me, it doesn't make sense when you hear it the first time. So that's what I'm saying. Even to interpret it would take a long time, far longer than you need to affect a play on the field.
Final question, Jim. We got about a minute left. It seems like every day it's been something this offseason. Are there any more skeletons in the closet that are going to come crawling out?
Gosh, I hope not, Fred. I really enjoy being here with you, but I never thought I'd be here with you this much. But
yes.
But we hope not. There's no answer. It just seems right now, though, using the ESPN story as the news peg, the Saints are vulnerable. Anybody can throw anything against the wall they want to right now, and it would have some sense of believability just because of what the Saints did in the last few months. So it's a shame. Hope nothing else comes out, and let's just play football.
Yeah, time and good behavior heals
And
all,
get
right?
Drew Brees signed.
Get Drew Brees signed, that's right. Well, Jim Miller, former Saints executive, thank you so much for coming by. You can check out Jim's work full-time at jwmillersports.com, and thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure,
Your part-time job here with us.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more news right after this.